What's up, my loves? It's your girl Diamond, and I am back with Basketball Wives Season 10. This is my first time reviewing this season, but I have been an avid watcher since Season 1. So, starting fresh with everybody, but I'm not really excited about the people they brought back, but here we go. So, we're starting off with the renewal vow of Jackie and Doug. You know, every season, ever since season started, Jackie and Doug have always renewed their vows. They wanted to celebrate their 25th wedding anniversary, but the pandemic couldn't do it, so their 26th should be just as special. So preparing for the wedding, Shawnee couldn't make it, but she invited all the ladies, especially Brandy. So we are introduced to ladies once again. The Mighty Duff. Don't like her. Haven't seen her in a while. She's still engaged with her man. They had a baby. And that's it. We see Angel. Haven't seen Angel in a while. Angel has been out for over a year, but she's excited about the wedding. Hey, Brooke. Brooke walks in. I love Brooke. Malaysia. Malaysia is back. She's been living in Atlanta for the last year. She's back in LA for work. And she's excited to be at Jackie's wedding. You know, she's always been able to match her energy and have a good time with Jackie, good and bad. Now, I wanted to watch Malaysia's energy when she came in because everybody that walked in was able to say hello. But when Malaysia walked in, she was in motion. She never stopped, took a pause, took a turn. She just walked in the room and waved to everybody. That's it. And who does she sit next to? Nope, that didn't come yet. British walks in. What's up, British? It was a surprise to see her. And then Jennifer walks in. And where did Jennifer sit? Next to Malaysia. Brandy. Hi, Brandy. Long time no see. She walks in. She hasn't been in a long time. The last year and a half has been a lot for her. And when she was able to sit down next to Brooke, she turned over and waved at Malaysia like a very high wave. Like, hi, girl. Malaysia did one of those smiles. And put her head right back into her phone. I said, oh, there it is there. So there is the energy. That's the start. Malaysia starts rolling her eyes. And Jennifer can see her doing it. And she said, girl, what's wrong with you? Ain't that your friend? What's wrong? Y'all got beef? She said, there's no beef. We just don't talk. I find it so funny, though, that right after Amsterdam, when Malaysia threw that table at Jennifer, she's able to sit next to her in this moment. What the fuck? Did y'all have y'all must have had an alliance last season when y'all wanted to go against OG? Because I don't see how I can tolerate sitting next to a woman who called me out to be a liar and I threw a table at her. I don't know if I can do it. I just can't. Malaysia kills me sometimes. So Jennifer wants more understanding about what's the problem with Malaysia and Brandy. She said there is no problem. I mean, you guys are best friends. No, we weren't best friends. We were really good friends. We were cool. We were tight. I didn't like the fact that Malaysia wanted to not say they were best friends when we heard that you want to be the bestest friend ever. But they're just not cool. They're just not tight at the moment. So we go back to the timeline of Brandy and Malaysia's friendship. They've been friends for nearly 15 years. And they had a falling out. This is the first time they've seen each other in 3 years. And I don't know why, but are both of them not trying to work this out? Is Malaysia just throwing it away? I don't like the fact that she doesn't want to claim the whole best friend term. So the ceremony starts. It was pretty much like a quick ceremony. Jackie comes out in a dark green dress, which was Doug's favorite color. They say, I do all over again. Brandy looks at Jackie differently because she was able to survive a lasting marriage of 30 years in the basketball world. And they'll keep on celebrating their anniversary every year until they reach the age of 50. Well, no, Jackie is 50. Pretty much having renewals every single year until they reach that 50-year mark, that 60 mark. I want to keep on renewing every year because they have grown to love one another again. So the reception is starting. Everybody's sitting down and eating. And Angel opens up about her relationship with Cornball as Rockstar from Love and Hip Hop Hollywood. Out of all the people that you want to date, why would you date him? What happened to Jackie Long? I liked y'all together on Instagram. What happened to that? Cornball, what did he do? Anyway, they have some exciting news to share with everybody, but she don't want to talk about it today because it's Jackie's day. And he's been showering her with a lot of rings, but no proposal ring. Malaysia was talking to Jackie about how big her children are. Her oldest son is 14. He's about 5'8". And Malaysia, no, Brandy, she just feels like it's kind of childish for Malaysia to not say hello and not have a conversation with her. And she's talking to Duffy by, what should I do? Like, she hasn't said nothing to me. Or do you want to talk to her? Do I have to always be the bigger person? Why? But Duffy lets her know this is not the right time for this. This is Jackie's reception and wedding. I don't want things to go off the rails. I do believe that Brandy was too anxious to have that conversation with Malaysia at that point because it wasn't the right time. And Brandy had that energy of, girl, you know you see me. What's up? I know you see me. What's up? It was awkward as hell when they met. They haven't seen each other in 3 years. And you haven't spoken to me since I'm here. I'm at this reception. You're not going to say 2 words to me. So what's up? So Brandy opened up with, you know Wolf died, right? She said, what? He did? Yeah, I didn't know. Well, you had to have known because we have mutual friends. Malaysia said we don't have mutual friends. And it goes back and forth. So Wolf was her father. He died a month ago. Everybody was giving her condolences, checking in, and Malaysia didn't do it. She wasn't around. She didn't inquire because she didn't know. Malaysia states more than once she did not know that her father passed. Brandy is upset because they find it's cool. Play all you want, act all fake, but I know you know. And she is mostly hurt that she was not there for her. So after being called out for not being there for a friend, Malaysia gets up and leave. She said, I'm done. Let me leave. Jackie wants to know why. I don't have the energy for it. I walked out because apparently Brandy's father died and I didn't know about it. I really didn't know. And then how we have mutual friends. We don't have mutual friends. And she didn't know at all. She didn't. She don't have the energy. She's removing herself from the energy. And Jackie can tell that Malaysia is holding back. There's more that she wants to say, but she doesn't want to say it right now because it is my wedding. But I know that she is battling something inside. It's kind of funny to see how Malaysia was able to quickly run out after being told what she didn't do as a friend or what she did not do, did not know. It was interesting. So Shawnee, she's back in town. Promised Jackie some girl time, and because she missed the wedding. So just wanted to know what's been going on with Shawnee. You know, Shawnee has a man, little pastor. She got engaged though. She got engaged, and after dating for the last couple of years, she never thought that she'll find something serious. But lo and behold, here come the pastor, and that's her love of her life. So how was the wedding? The wedding was great. And it was great until I realized the tension between Malaysia and Brandy. Really? They have tension? I mean, I know they haven't been spoken in a while, but they have tension? Right. So Malaysia was leaving. She wondered what the problem was. And Shawnee and Brandy are good. They've gotten over their issues and they're cool. She's going to see her in town before she leaves. So Shawnee is going to stay in Houston. We know that Shawnee is going to pop up in and out of this season. So Jackie's going to be the main head of the group. So keep everything in line. Angel is at home fixing a snack. And then we see her man, Rockstar. He's so corny. I don't like this man. They've been traveling around the same circles for years, and when they ran into each other, that's when COVID hit. So they were glued together. And surprise, she's pregnant. She already has 2 children. She's not married, but she's happy in the situation that she's in. So, she went to the doctor. She's healthy. Her blood work is fine. They weren't really ready to tell everybody because of the scares that they've been dealing with. They thought they were going to have a molar pregnancy, which was a large amount of mass that is coming, that is appearing, but not. Wait, what did she say? I'm sorry, I had it right and I lost it. A molar pregnancy, which is large amounts of mass surrounding the womb, which is supposed to be in place of the placenta, but it's mass surrounding it. And it could become cancerous, but it was benign. They were scared at first because it could have led to a miscarriage. So she's worried that people will be upset that they waited too long to tell them. But he said, no, why would you think that? That's the easy way for them to get cut off. I don't get that part, but baby names. He wants Prince. Her kid's name starts with an A because her name starts with an A. Moving on. Malaysia. Malaysia's in LA for work. She was on FaceTime with her children. Her oldest is 14. Her twins are 10. And they're with their father in Atlanta for the summer. To be away from them is pretty hard, but she has to make money to establish her business. Now, I looked on Malaysia's page for her business, and she has a clothing line. But her price range and her clothing line It's a little bit too pricey for me. Wasn't she already a creator or partner of the Lace Contour Palette? I remember seeing something like that maybe last year or the year before that she came out with a product to partner up with a wig line and create a lace color palette or something. It was something like that. But cooperating with her ex-husband, she thought it was going to be easy, but it's been hard. She's been doing all this on her own. We're going to find out more of that later. So Jackie is at home at their LA penthouse. And Doug has to go back to work because Doug has a coaching job for the Sacramento team. They have purchased their third forever home in Sacramento, which is gorgeous. It has everything they want with more space. So excited about his new job to be the coach, which is what he's always wanted to do. After he retired from basketball, to be able to have a successful career, to get back into what he always wanted to do, which was stay in the basketball field. So coaching is great. And he wants to do his best of the best to coach. So, of course, she enjoys having Doug all to herself, but him going back to Sacramento is a good thing, and she's staying in LA. Because on lockdown, they were able to reconnect. And she had an inside look about how coaching is a lot of work. So it kind of like gives you that sense of you're playing and you're excited, but you're not playing. Excuse me, sorry. Ooh, goodness. But that was pretty much it for them. Brandy. Her history with Shawnee. They're not mad. They're forgiven. They moved on. So Brandy is moving back permanently to LA. Just got to get some few things from Dallas. Shawnee will be staying in Houston permanently, but she will have a residence in LA because her family is here. So they wanted to know. She wants to know what was going on between her and Malaysia. And she feels like that friendship has dissolved. Shawnee knew about her father, and when her father died, it was very sudden. He wasn't supposed to go. And he was so close with her that she really hasn't had the time to talk about her father's death. And she was holding back tears in that confessional. So again, her friendship with Malaysia was over 15 years. And when she wasn't there for her when her father died, it broke her heart. But seeing the people who did give her condolences, that did show up for her, it let her know who's there for her. It let her know who I have in my corner. But Shawnee feels like you guys have been friends for so long. I do believe you guys can get over this. I believe we can, but I don't want it to be a one-sided friendship. I want it to be a mutual friendship. Now, I understand, Brandy, about when something that is so tragic happened to you, do feel like who is on your side. But sometimes you don't need validation or people to show up for you when something like this happens. If they have shown up for you for a numerous amount of things, your father's death shouldn't be another test of how much their friendship values. That should just show up anyway, But more will come after that. So Jackie has planned a night for Doug because it's his last night. So Malaysia was able to come over and have some girl time because Jackie wanted to know the perspective of what it means to be with a man who's a coach. I know your ex-husband is a coach, but you guys are co-parenting. How does that work? Is coaching really takes a lot out of you? Is it a lot of time being taken away? Does he give off times, break times? And she said no. No, he doesn't get no break time. If he's not coaching, he is training, he is scouting. It's no free time on his schedule at all. But she got emotional when speaking about that because he hasn't paid no child support. And he has money, but she's taking the excuses. She's taking the reasons why he doesn't pay. He hasn't thought about paying, and why she hasn't been holding, why maybe she's holding off going to court. And she's tired. She's not receiving no help. She's busting her ass to create a business for her kids because her kids still has to eat. Her kids still have to grow. They're not grown yet. And I'm doing it all by myself. You are a man who has a job. Pay for your kids. I didn't make these kids by myself. Jackie was pissed. And she said, listen, if you don't go to the court system, go to the court systems. She don't want to go. Well, you're going to have to do something, Malaysia. I don't know why you're feeling afraid of not getting what you deserve. You've had 3 babies by this man. Even though, never mind. But at the end of the day, he's just as responsible for them babies as you are. What is he telling you that you are just taking? That you don't want to, like, hold him accountable, hold him responsible for the children that he created. What is he telling you? Because Jackie was like, listen, you want to make him feel worse? Make him feel worse when he wants you to bring the kids to him, and he doesn't hold his end of the bargain by taking care of him, by taking care of them. Nigga, put your money where your mouth is. These kids, hello? These kids need clothes, they need shoes. Like, don't come at me with that. She doesn't want to go through all of that, and then she's obviously keeping her battles, choosing them wisely, because when it comes to fixing more problems with Brandy, she doesn't want to rock the boat. She wants to let it all go. She's so tired. So basically, excuse me, y'all. So tired. It's a comparison between who was there, who wasn't there. While Malaysia did not know that Brandy's father passed, but it's kind of like, has Brandy checked in on her, on what she's been feeling, what she's been doing? So you can't get mad at me because I didn't check on you, what I didn't know, and you not checking up on me on a daily basis anyway. So Jackie wanted to have a girls' night to take her mind off things. So we're seeing the girls' night after the wedding. It was a good idea to keep the momentum going. Everybody was offering Angel some drinks, but she wasn't drinking, and she told the girls that she's pregnant. Congratulations. This wasn't the official pregnancy announcement, but she's happy she got the support from the girls. Her mom hasn't even found out yet. So Malaysia came in. Her energy was awful. It was petty. It was show-offy. And her energy's out of place. She said, I'm fine. I'm going through family issues. This is when Brandy gets a little bit petty. It's when Brandy gets a little bit passive-aggressive because she wants to say, oh, so since you're not there for my daddy, you want me to be there for you because you got family issues? All right, bet. So they go back and forth. Brandy wants to know why her energy is like this. Malaysia was giving stank attitude. She was being aggressive. She was being defensive. My energy is about me. My energy is about me and myself, okay? And then it's just, they go back and forth. Brandy says her energy is a crock of bullshit. And when you come out here, you get this off-brand energy, and then you don't. But then Malaysia, you don't know me anymore. Reply back, I do know you. I do know you. This was not a good time for this. I do feel like Brandy is coming off from her emotions of feeling alone from her friend. I don't know if she's doing this because of the show. It's just, to me, I feel like this is a level of both parties involved. Malaysia had that energy where she did not even give a full hi to Brandy. Brandy entering that conversation all wrong, off of emotions at that reception. So Malaysia, I feel like Malaysia wants to play victim, and she's just trying to bond everybody. But to me, she has bad energy. She walked in with bad energy. Oh, right. This is what Brandy's talking about. And how Brandy said, listen, Malaysia said that Brandy is coming down attacking her. And she's screaming at me. 9 times out of 10, Malaysia, I don't think she was attacking you. That's a strong word. I think she was having a conversation in a heightened emotional manner. And you're not giving her the same understanding as much as you want the same understanding from her. So then the energy just wasn't what it was. And then that's when she says she has a character flaw. Malaysia said, nobody's perfect, not even you. Why does he have a character flaw? And obviously, this wasn't the conversation that they need to have in front of everybody, but Jackie said, listen, these are 2 women with 2 strong personalities, and they need to have a private conversation and sit down. Because Jackie said, in the day, let's stop pointing the finger. Y'all both got issues, and y'all both got to deal with it, okay? Let's keep it 100. There is a 15-year friendship on the line, but there is resolvement. There's unresolved issues. There is tension lingering, and y'all need to work it out. Just have a conversation. That's all I'm saying. So Malaysia does want to fix things with Brandy, but if she attacks my character, I'm walking away. Okay, Malaysia, you walking away. I don't remember you walking away on tons of things, but continue. Brandy has so many emotions going through her mind, but it's the 14-year friendship that's flashing in front of her. So they start off the conversation. Malaysia wanted to let Brandy know she was coming off with a lot of aggression. My mind went back to OG. That she didn't even do nothing, and y'all want to call her aggressive. But to me, I said Brandy's coming from a place of heightened emotion. Her father died not shortly, and she feels alone. She feels not cared for, especially with somebody she was close to. And the issue that started off with Brandy was when I got to the wedding, you really didn't give much of a hello. You turned away, and I didn't like their energy. But I feel like we have history. It was awkward because we couldn't say hi to one another. Even in this setting, we can't say hi to one another. That's so weird. She said, you're right, it is weird. It's also weird that I didn't know you had COVID. And I almost lost my mind. I found out through social media. And it hurt my feelings. So Brandy, since Brandy's COVID scare was broadcast on social media, when her father died, Brandy thought that Malaysia was being petty by not reaching out to her. That's kind of a dark way to think about it. Like, okay, you had a COVID scare and it was on social media, right? But then your father died and you expected for another scare from your friend. I mean, she was afraid that you were going to go to. Obviously, it wasn't a communicative standpoint because you didn't tell her that you had COVID. So since I didn't tell you about that, but Lady said, why would I play on being petty about someone else's death? Why would I do that? I wouldn't do that. So Brandy mentioned that someone told her that Jen was the one telling Malaysia. No, Jen was the one that heard from Malaysia that they were good. They was having conversations. And she said, if you're saying that we're good, then why haven't you reached out about my father? Malaysia kept saying it. She'll say it until she dies. She did not know that her father died. I did not know. I didn't know. So basically, it didn't end from that point. Nothing got resolved. Brandy's gonna let your ego get in the way. And Malaysia don't like the fact that Brandy's telling her how to be a friend. Don't tell me how to be. Okay? And then Brandy said, you're rude as fuck, Malaysia. And you have a fucking character flaw. To be continued. Now, when they were having that conversation, to me, Malaysia's face was not interested, not caring about this conversation. Brandy is definitely coming from heightened emotions, as like I said. We need to have another conversation in another setting. Malaysia do need to open up about what she's going through because I do believe that she's going through a lot, but the want and need from both of them to check on one another needs to be resolved because obviously they both do want the other person to check on them. They just want to know who's going to do it first. Obviously, since what was that, season 8? Or was that season 7? It really hasn't been much from that point from them. I think from season 7, that's when it was kind of like not going good on them. Their friendship, not at all. But I'm going to check out the review. I'm going to check out the show, see if it's hitting or not. If I'm just going to sit back and watch season 10 and not review it at all, I will. But if I'm going to keep on watching and reviewing it, that's what I'll do as well. But that's it, guys. That's all I have. Please stay tuned for the next video, and I'm going to see you guys later. Bye.